Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. It has been one day without me posting, but today I was like, I need to put something out. And the reason why I didn't put out a video a day ago is because I've been moving. So I moved from the old place to the new place and still also contemplating moving in a month's time, but we'll see how things go. It's just exciting and it's part of the journey. It's part of how I'm evolving as myself, but also like with my business. So I just wanted to catch up with you guys with that. But regardless, I'm still on track with what I'm trying to build in the back end of the business. So I will be sharing that more in terms of like actually what I've built in terms of the sales, the landing page, the welcome email sequences, and also really the breakdown of the coaching program. It's just that I've been going back and forth when it comes to content, but it's not just content. I want to be able to create a message that resonates with my person. And my message, the goal is not for virality, but my goal is I want content that's profitable. I want content that speaks to my person. And then those people that resonate with me, they become actualities. So that's where the challenge is, but I'm figuring it out less by less. And it's crazy because when you are in that state of creating and trying to piece all the pieces together, usually what happens mostly when it comes to people like myself, my kind, where you want everything to be perfect, perfectionism is in there. You feel like whatever you're putting on the table isn't enough. And I know there is a lot of like belief systems in the back of the computer running themselves on the back of your mind. But in this case, again, I found myself that I'm trying to add more on my plate instead of using whatever I have on my plate and creating something that I still in great alignment with what I'm trying to create with my offer. I found myself doing that while I just got back from the gym. And while I was coming back, I was just in my thoughts and I was like, oh my God, I felt a little bit overwhelmed or anxious. And usually when that happens, I still go back and ask myself, why are you feeling anxious? Why are you feeling like, this pressure and the anxiety? And it always goes back to like the amount of work you're supposed to do because you feel like you're not moving the needle. Like everything needs to be like, you need to do more research. And if you are that person, I definitely know that right now, me and you, we are connecting. We are understanding each other right now. So I kind of like had to pull myself back a little bit. And then I'm like, okay, Alan, center yourself and find out how can you stop this analysis paralysis of just researching and concentrate on what you have on your plate so far. Use that and move the needle. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And also what I've realized, or another revelation that I've come to realize or think of, is if you think that you're going to execute something is going to take you about like a week or like 5 days, try and execute that in 2 days and you see what comes out of it. But obviously not at the expense of other things that you want to do, but just like push yourself and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to give myself 2 days, and say, okay, 2 days, how many hours do you need in those 2 days to execute what you need, what you thought that could be executed for 1 week? So that's exactly what I've also tried to do today. And it worked. It really did. I found myself that when you reduce whatever is on your plate, no research, no more like, I need to know this or I need to see this. No. When you are in the execution phase, you really have to also be detailed in terms of like, okay, whenever I'm in this execution phase, what tools do I need to use to help me execute? And those tools are also systems. What do I mean by this? If you know that your system as an example, and I'm going to use the gym as well. If your system at the gym is like, okay, 3 days you're going to be doing, let's say, strength training, and on the other 2 days or 3 days is going to be functional training. When it comes to strength training, again, you have to be super specific. What time are you going to go to the gym? You write it down. What time are you going to be commuting to the gym? When you get to the gym, what are you going to do? What kind of stretches are you going to do? How many stretching exercises are you going to do? And then from there, what exercise is going to be number one? What's the other exercise is going to be number two? So having that system and having those tools to just get you just executing without thinking, it does a lot of wonders. So that's exactly what I've been inviting myself into. So if I know this is the system I need for the gym, so how can I duplicate that system for content, for cooking, or working with different people, executing. So that has been kind of my challenge to get that done. But I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. But yeah, I thought that I would kind of like share where I am at right now and something also a little bit of personal, because I've been having a little bit of like step backs recently in my personal life, but also like in business, because everything is intertwined. Personal and business is together. It usually makes you feel like you're not capable enough. And whenever that comes through, I think my mantra is more of like, things are happening for me, even the bad ones. So I always go back to that, and always it grounds me. It grounds me, and always also pushes me to have like a really cleaner systems or cleaner way of routine, and like just like mentally. So, and I'm so grateful that I do, because it has made me a lot stronger. And whenever I find myself in uncertainty, which I think happens to all of us, you always have to trust and believe that God has your back. Either you believe in God or you don't. When you trust and believe and you have that faith, everything always comes together. So I wanted to leave you with that. And I just can't wait to chat to you again in tomorrow's video. And I'll be again showcasing the journey. But remember, if you don't stop working on your dreams, if you don't stop, you can't lose. Never forget that. So just keep going and trust and believe that whatever you're doing is going to get you there. And when you do, don't forget where you've come from. So yeah, we can't lose if we don't stop. So thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow's video. Cheers.